Well, everyone has off nights. They just need to make sure that they bounce back strong.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. So Utah ends up going with the new group. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. Number one, the Bulls. Utah. Sensabaugh is checked in, and Bailey subbed in for Mikhailuk. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Here's Jean Yabusele. He's checked in for Williams. Okoro comes in for Colin Sexton. Simons, he's checked in for Josh Giddey. And Cook subbed in for Trey Jones. Filipowski's out there with Nurkic. Then there's Bailey. Then it's George. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. The 3 from MP. It's good from long range. MP's got 33.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Let's go cross court to hear more about the season MP has put together.
Thanks, guys. Well, his hot shooting this season has brought him within sight of the single-season high watermark for triples made. And while it's something he's cautious of, he said he's trying to keep his focus squarely between those lines. Guys?
Yeah, I like that approach. A very good approach. Thanks. And Stan, Utah has been all about basketball up until last year. The Jazz, the only major professional sporting franchise in the state.
Yeah, now they've got hockey, but from the venerated days of Stockton and Malone in the 80s, basketball has become effectively the state sport of Utah.
Back to George. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
I mean, he's doing all he can. He needs help out there.
MP against George. MP kicks to Simons. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Utah. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Sensabaugh. Covered by Okoro. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Yabusele.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The 3 from MP. Good! Another from 3.
He's been hitting threes at a very high level, and we haven't seen many better from beyond.
That last triple ties him for the 4th most made in a single season. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And Utah making a change here. Kessler's checked in, and the Bulls making a change also. Collins is checked in. Jazz have gone just 33% of the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9.
Easy to see the kind of impact George is going to have in this league. Already so productive.
MP outside. Connects again from distance.
This is amazing. That moves him into 4th place alone on the list of most 3-pointers in a season.
It's been fantastic to witness. A year like this doesn't happen often.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
MP outside. Here's the 3. And again for 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that 3-point shot.
Kessler passes to Bailey. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And with his endless length, Ace Bailey's a good option down low.
On the wing, MP. Defended by George. Simons, the pass to MP. Pass to Collins. Back to MP. From the arc. Kessler with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Sensabaugh, covered by Okoro. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Watch the screen.
The Jazz working the ball around now. Sinks the three-pointer.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Utah. And the Bulls making a change also. Buzelis is checked in for Jalen Smith. Connects again from distance.
And his incredible shooting season continues.
Oh, up the history charts he climbs, GA. Now tied for third all-time for threes in a season. Absolutely amazing. Okay, time for an injury report.
Guys, I was able to talk with Utah's head athletic trainer about his status. Unfortunately, he didn't have good news. It looks like a broken wrist. And to have an injury like this so early on in the season isn't easy, but they're confident that they'll be fine while they wait for him to come back. They certainly have a next man up mentality, guys.
Thanks, Allie. We appreciate the update.
Well, look, reality hits hard, and I know he's frustrated by this setback, but you have to take things one day at a time and just get yourself right.
Stolen by Jackson.
That's crazy.
Pass to Bailey. Here's Kessler. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
To stand here, we have one of the bright young centers in the NBA, Walker Kessler.
Look, start with this with Walker Kessler, Kevin. A great rim protector.
And good! There's another.
Once again, he's hit the 50-point mark as he continues to be a force of nature this season.
This performance, GA, has tied him for third most 50-point games in a season. He keeps just delivering one great performance after another.
I can't believe he has matched Kobe's 10 games of 50 points. Just
good, another from 3.
The threes just don't stop with him. He's been a machine from beyond the arc ever since the start of the season.
He continues, doesn't he, to shoot his way up the history books and now sits solely by himself for third most threes in a season. Simons finds MP. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Collins off a pick from Cook. Collins passes to Cook. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And so it's Chicago, rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up a quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this.
Now let's talk about that lopsided first half. Obviously a lot of work to do for the Jazz. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. They've got MP. Collins is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Okoro in at the 3 spot.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those 2 guys.
And Simons wide open. He'll fire. Connects from 3-point range.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Jackson kicks to George. Out to the right wing. To the middle. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. George has got 20 points.
Yeah, George has been just merciless on offense. He's not holding back at all.
George against MP. Here's Buzelis. Another three for Chicago.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
George passes to Jackson. So, Stan, just for old time's sake, do you think the league should bring back the hand check? Do you miss it?
Well, look, Kevin, I think what the league's done with allowing freedom of movement has made this game a lot better than it was. I think the key, as it is in most things, is finding the balance where we're giving the defense a chance, not calling cheap fouls, but also not letting them just physically overpower each other.
To the paint. Here's Sensabaugh. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Personal foul. It goes on Isaac Okoro.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Jazz shooting their
Let's go, Chad. Let's go.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group. Only around 75%.
And Chicago has possession. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. MP dishes to Okoro. Back to MP. Kessler with the rebound. Jazz have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. To the inside. Oh, and he
I cannot guard that big mug.
Wow.
What the heck?
Well, what I love about Walker Kessler, he's a 7-footer who plays like a 7-footer.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Camp. Brought to you by AT&T.
Yeah, bro. Get off
wow,
the
guys,
court.
doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
Dang.
Well, I mean, you
my
really
man,
feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, this can bring a team together. Guys can step up and try to pick up the slack for an injured teammate.
Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Chicago.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
MP outside.
Green, bro.
And
Stop
another
playing
one.
with me. Big
And
three.
he's been
Green
dominant
machine.
here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition.
Watch the plays. Watch the plays.
Outside Jackson.
Get him. Get him.
Pass to Sensabaugh.
Nope.
That 3 off the mark. And it's Cook with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Okoro finds MP. Here's Buzelis. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And a wide open look for MP. And the Bulls, another
Green
3.
machine.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy. And every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
And the officials will call the illegal
That's a
swing right
foul,
now.
man.
And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Friday, they'll take on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for that game against Los Angeles, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Kevin, back to you.
Chemistry, bro.
Building the
Stop
right
playing with
way.
the chemistry.
Thanks a lot, Allie. Pass to Sensabaugh.
I need a break.
Now Jackson.
I'm playing a break.
Down low to end the run, and he goes in for the dunk.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
The Bulls have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but GA much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Pass to Collier. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Collier's got 8.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
No.
When the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively. Well, it doesn't take much for Kessler to catch that lob and slam it home.
Now, here's MP. He's guarded closer. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line.
Me in, Chet.
They need to close out and run them off the three.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Jackson Jr. is an athlete, a big man with some big-time hops.
And here's MP for 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Collier. And the 3 off target. The Bulls shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. And here's MP for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
There's 49 seconds left in the third. Here's Mikhailuk. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. MP finds Smith, and Smith with the stop.
Yeah, when Jalen Smith takes off, that is a lot of man on the move. He knows how to put his weight behind his drive.
Nice adjustment there, going to the full court press, trying to ratchet up the pressure here a little bit.
Outside Jackson. Here's Mikhailuk. Offensive rebound. And Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got his first 2 points.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage. Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
And so it's MP making things happen for Chicago. And his
my whole turn, yo. Run this shit. We're 5. Hit him in the eye, make him run 5. Bitch, I'm trying to catch him right the gate. Trying to make it
right there. I mean, great.
Show these guys, that's in the shell. Bitch, I'm dropping 7, make it dope L. Bitch, I'm trying to
Chicago. Nick Richards. He's checked in for Yabusele. Williams comes in for Miller, and Cook subbed in for Trey Jones.
My guy right here.
Here's Jackson. Pass to Bailey.
Okay.
Back to Jackson. Fires the 3. It fails to fall. Now shooting just a little better than 50%. 5 for 9. George is out there with Bailey. Then there's Walker Kessler. And there's Jackson.
I'm going to go for it.
Ball in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Here's Sensabaugh. Jackson a screen on Sexton.
Come on, double.
In the corner, it's Kessler.
Double.
The Jazz working the ball around now. And the basket by Jackson.
Wow, Jackson Jr. lightning quick.
MP against George. And here's MP for 3. And the Bulls another 3.
Look, this guy is clearly on a heater from deep. If you're the defense, you cannot allow him to shoot it from out there.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Chicago. The shot's good. Giddey's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, great drive by Giddey. He loves probing avenues to the basket.
George with the ball. Pass to Sensabaugh. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
I love that.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. The 3 from MP. Cans it from...
Yeah, I'm clipping that. Broke his ankle. Stop playing with me. 4 for 5. Hit him in the eye. Make him run 5. That made my boy fall.
My goodness, he
fell.
certainly
He fell.
got the defender
He didn't
with
get him
that
back
move.
after that.
My ankles are hurting all the way over here.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. Utah needs to get off a shot here. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Chicago making a switch here. Yabusele's checked in. The drive by MP.
Oh.
Well, this is the level of rim protection you get.
That shit was
with Jaren Jackson
faded
Jr.
out. Yeah.
He takes pride
That
in
shit was
being this
snap
team's
block on my
defensive end.
Basket counts.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
MP outside. He got it again. Sensational.
Stupid ass.
He just notched 92 points on that one.
Simply surreal. GA, I'm not sure even he can believe what's going on right now. No problems knocking that one down. Sensabaugh's got 7 now in this quarter.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Not this time.
George against MP. Pass to Bailey. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that win.
Connects again from distance.
His shooting has been something that we rarely see, and he's sustained it all year long.
Well, it's been an incredible journey for him as he moves closer and closer to second on the all-time three-point leaderboard.
And he's already surpassed Curry's mark from 2019. Next up is James Harden's total from that season of 378. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Now, here is George. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Now, let's go to our sideline reporter, Dominic Hamill.
A scoring bonanza tonight in the win. MP, as you're passing 40, 50, 60 points, are you feeling the excitement building in the arena?
I'm feeling it right now. So, yeah, you feel it, no doubt. The trick is, do you let it be its own reward, or do you keep it apart from yourself, you know? 20,000 people can give you some kind of ego boost, or they can also bring you crashing down. You gotta appreciate the crowd for what it is.
Kevin, back to you.
All right, thanks, Dom. And that about wraps it up. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce. I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Yo.
A record many consider to be impossible to break. But here tonight, MP has the chance to record more threes in a single season than Stephen Curry's 402 mark. Truly remarkable. Hello and welcome. We're ready to get the week off to a great start. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Ali LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. And alongside us is Shams Charania, who will be hanging out and chatting with us for a bit. Shams, great to have you with us as always, man.
Absolutely. And BA, there's a lot to talk about these days, so thanks for having me.
Tee us up now. Is the news robust or minimal at this time of year?
Oh, BA, it's always fluid with me.
And the starting group for Chicago. Okoro is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Colin Sexton. Then it's MP. And it's Yabusele in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Yabusele. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Hardaway grabs the board. And the Bulls continue to stack young forward prospect Shams. Last season it was Montas Buzelis, and now they had Noah Asenge.
Yeah, and you talk to people around the league, BA, and this is a team that has some young players, also some veteran players, so trying to figure out just exactly the direction of this organization. But Montas Buzelis and Noah Asenge fell to them late in the lottery. Both have a ton of upside and athleticism that's waiting to be refined. We'll see if they can figure it out in Chicago.
Yeah, and we'll see if all that patience is going to pay off for the Bulls.
It feels like they've been living in the play-in tournament. Let's see if they can find themselves out of that.
Takes the 3. Connects from downtown. MP's got 8. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Pass to Gordon. Hardaway on the wing. Checked by Sexton. Hardaway, no good.
1 for 5 out there, but no worries. Just keep attacking.
Good! Another from 3.
Up the ladder he goes as the threes continue to fall for him, as they have all season long.
And with his performance, he is now tied for second for the most threes in a season.
A mark set by James Harden in 2019. 378 triples shared for now.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. This pick is mostly no surprise, but here's your player of the week for the Eastern Conference, MP.
His offensive effort has really gone unmatched as of late. When it comes to that end of the floor, he's been accurate and explosive. Hard for any defense to keep up with that.
Connects again from distance.
And that shot pushes him further up the all-time ladder for threes in a season.
And the next mark on his list, the top spot. What a season to remember.
Yeah, that top mark is owned by Stephen Curry. 402 triples set in 2016. But for now, a new mark for second place.
MP against Murray. From deep, MP. Another three for Chicago. And even as the NBA enters the first year of its lucrative new broadcasting deal, Sham, still plenty of fixation on the ratings.
Yeah, BA, and we've heard directly from the league that it's part of the culture of the NBA to be self-critical. And when you look at the growth of the NBA year over year, perhaps that restlessness is part of the reason why the league is thriving in a lot of ways. They're going to continue to find innovative ways, whether it's the TV deals, innovations in social media, innovations with other platforms to continue to get the NBA out there.
Well, one thing we know, they listen and they never stand still. Back to Murray, and stolen by Yabusele. From deep, MP. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9
Let's go,
shots
Chad.
here
We
today.
wash it down.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The future of the NBA is digital. Commissioner Silver said streaming allows us to better engage fans through the personalization of telecasts, creating chat communities, buying products, playing fantasy. There's an enormous opportunity. We are just barely scratching the surface. PA, back to you.
It's getting interactive. All right, Allie, thank you.
You know, when Gordon is hitting this all the time, the defense will have to play up on it. Consistency is the key.
Back to Sexton. MP looking around. Sexton passes to Cook. 6 to shoot. And again, it's the Bulls from deep. And one thing you can say about today's NBA, Shams, it keeps you guessing.
Oh, does it? I mean, this is an era of wide open competition. We've seen the flattening of the lottery odds, the big comebacks, especially in the playoffs this past year, a different champion each season. These are exciting times to be sure, and I think continually with this collective bargaining agreement, we're going to see more and more parity in the league.
And a year-round news cycle, which is good for you.
I'll be ready, BA. You know this is much more fun for me.
From deep, MP, and again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, BA. Unbelievable.
Pass to Hardaway. And here's Brown. Denver moving it around. Murray from outside. And another 3 for Denver.
Murray saw the three made on the other end and decided to come right back with payback and get one of his own.
Now Sexton. Now here's MP. 3-pointer. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds in the game.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
The 3, Hardaway. Denver the rebound. Murray, no good. Chicago leading by 19. MP way outside. Gordon pulls it in.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's just too easy. You got to offer more resistance. I mean, Hardaway Jr., very dangerous once he...
Shams, you're always ready to break a story. Is there ever a chance for you to unplug?
Late summer is when things are quietest, that mid-August through September Labor Day window. That's usually the best moment to get off the grid. But BA, you never know in today's NBA when things could happen, and that could be in the summer too.
Yeah, you're always ready. I know that about you. You're a workhorse.
Always ready.
In the backcourt, it'll be Murray and Brown. Aaron Gordon is out there with Bruce Brown. And it's Najee in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Murray against MP. Here's Brown. No good on the triple. And so MP will bring it up for the Bulls. The mood around the team right now on cloud 9, looking for their 13th win in a row.
Just a fun team to watch when you get right to it. I mean, the way they're executing at both ends of the floor, it seems like they're getting better each game. Communication, ball control, ball security, defensively. They are very adaptable, and we've seen how they adjust, always learning and constantly tweaking the winning formula.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Bulls leading by 18. MP outside. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Najee passes to Brown. Uses the glass on the layup. Brown's got 5. And a busy summer for trade shops. What went into that frenzy of activity?
BA, only the Nets had significant cap space, so that meant it was going to be a lot of trades, not a ton of free agent movement. Also, with a much greater level of parity, the East is wide open, and teams are really sensing there's a chance here to go for it. We saw that with the Desmond Bane trade in Orlando.
You feel like we may go on the same kind of roll next summer?
BA, I think next summer there'll be much more free agent movement. There's going to be about 10 to 12 teams with significant cap space in the summer of 2026.
Shams, you got to get all your cell phones charged up, baby.
They're ready.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Murray for 3, and that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production.
Murray has that spirit of, you make one on me, I'm coming back at you for mine.
And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball.
I love it. Nice activity defensively. Getting in there to disrupt the pass.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for Najee. And the Bulls also, he got it again! Sensational!
Another 50-point game from him, and he is now 3rd in the record books for most 50-point games in a season.
You can't deny the greatness we've seen from him all year long. He has performed at the highest level, night in, night out.
And he's moved right past Kobe. Yes, Kobe being Bryant's 2007 season. What a remarkable accomplishment.
Smith passes to MP. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds here tonight. All right, Chums, I got to ask you a personal question here. You know, screen time, that pops up on your cell phone. When your phone gives you that usage report, I assume that daily average is in double digits?
BA, I haven't looked. I don't want to look, to be honest. I'm clearly a power user, that's for sure. I think I would be ashamed of the screen time I have. Speaking of which, BA, do we have any outlets here at the desk? Can I charge my phone right now? Oh, wait, it's right here. Never mind. I got it, BA.
The Shams carbon footprint. It's impressive. We got to get our news, though. And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
Hardaway's checked in for Brown. And a change for the Bulls. Ellis is checked in. Brown finds Hardaway. For 3, Gordon. Offensive board. Here's Murray. Comes up empty down low. And this is where they've struggled.
Yeah, the half court has not been kind to them. Let's see what they run.
MP way outside. Gordon pulls it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Sexton comes with a double team. The 3 from Valanciunas. Chicago with a rebound. Ellis has got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's good. He hits another one. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
And Shams, thanks for dropping in, man. It is always a pleasure to have you.
Likewise, we've got to do this again soon. I've got news coming up on the other line here. Hold on, BA, I'm going to run, but we'll definitely do this again soon.
Oh, we know he's always got news.
Hey, I mean, if something is going down that's big news, Shams is the first to get a hold of it. He knows everybody around the NBA.
MP, the pass to Sexton. Chicago passing it around.
Move around.
And here's MP from outside. Rebound by the Nuggets. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
And I'll tell you what a surprising result. Losing to an underdog is one thing, but getting blown out is quite another.
I know. I mean, I'm with you there. It just seemed as though they were sleepwalking their way through that entire game. It was, in my estimation, just inexcusable.
And that one good.
This is one of those nights where Murray was just determined to take over, and he's carried through with that determination.
And here's MP from outside.
Bro, why my meter keeps on going short, yo?
D by Murray.
Damn.
4-3. He drops it from range.
Got fucking straight shooters out here, bro.
Points in the quarter.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
Showing no signs
got
of
straight shooters out here shooting threes and shit, bro.
Ride him as far as he can take him.
MP getting it done for the Chicago Bulls. He added to his astounding total of 3-pointers in this quarter. He may never have another night like this. Back to the game after this break.
When you're on one of these teams looking ahead, what's your plan?
Win them all. That's what happened when I...
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Bulls.
They've done a real...
And that is going to do it for us.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Clark, the one expression you hear a lot in basketball, reward the big man. What's that all about?
Well, you know, BA, the big guys often are the guys doing the dirty work. Unsung work, rebounding, setting screens, getting up and down the floor to create opportunities for their teammates. But they also want that rock, too. So get them the ball every now and then. Let them eat.
Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. Colin Sexton out there with MP. Then there's Isaac Okoro. Then it's Gershon Yabusele. And it's Buzelis in at the 4 spot. Grant, he's built for the big moments. Jamal Murray ready and willing when the pressure is on.
Yeah, BA, his playoff performances speak for themselves. Clutch scoring, playmaking, and of course, that killer mentality.
On the floor, Murray is electrifying. I mean, he delivers relentless effort, and it keeps his whole squad energized and engaged.
And Murray drops them both. Maybe not the title you want, but Jamal Murray's probably the best player never named an All-Star.
Yeah, interesting. It's kind of like being the last player or the best player not to win a major in golf. I mean, he is a devastating, lethal scorer and a really good passer, too. And he's been right there on the cusp. I think it speaks more to the strength and quality of talent in the West than it does to Jamal Murray's lack of ability. I mean, he's an all-star caliber player for sure.
He's shooting well, doing his best to keep this offense in gear, but he hasn't had a lot of support.
Here's Sexton. Again, the Bulls score.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Hardaway with it, picked up by Sexton. Outside Murray, inside. Here's Brown. Okoro, the defensive effort.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's
Bro,
part of the process.
I did not mean to shoot that, my brother.
They're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Hardaway, the pass to Valanciunas. Nice assist and nice finish.
They're
Solid
making
play all the
alley-oops
way
and
around.
shit on us, bro.
Valanciunas has gotten his first basket of the night. From deep, MP. Good! Another from 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Brown scanning the floor. Murray. The rebound
Right
by
there.
Yabusele.
Stop playing.
Yabusele's got his 5th rebound in this one. From deep, MP. Another 3 for Chicago.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA. Well, a lot of French players are coming into the league, and Rudy Gobert said it's amazing. The first ones, like Tony Parker and Boris Diaw, they paved the way. Now, French kids aren't scared to dream about the NBA. They have role models that they can look up to and try to follow.
Bro.
Back to you.
Merci. Allie, thanks for the report.
Keep on
Denver
messing
has
up
gone
on my
1 of 2
jumper, yeah.
shooting from the perimeter since halftime. That's good from Hardaway on the assist from Brown. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. And now that we have an opportunity, let's check out the top scoring rookies to date. MP, number 1.
Every year we see people
Connects again from distance.
and with every triple, he comes closer to the single-season crown.
And you know he wants it. He's been drilling threes all season and is well within striking distance.
Well, Curry's high mark of 402 is so far ahead of the rest of the field, but he's got a good chance to come close to it the way he's been shooting.
From downtown, Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got rebound number 8 now. Ooh, they pick off the pass. MP outside from the arc. Pure from three-point range. Cook's got 18 points now here in the second half.
Put me in, coach.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And they're a solid rebounding team.
That was
It's not something they stress
stupid.
necessarily, but they have the talent and size to get
Bro
their
got
fair
blocked.
share
He
of
started
boards.
pulling that
And
shit.
while we don't
Push
talk
that
about
shit out,
free
bro.
throw shooting much, this team almost never wastes chances at the stripe. It's an overlooked strength for them. Cam Johnson, he's checked in for Denver.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
They grab their own miss.
He's trying to get himself into a rhythm, but at what expense?
Fires from deep. And again for 3.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. MP against Brown. It's Brown on the wing. And again, it's Denver missing.
I think adrenaline was a factor there. He wanted to hit that answer 3 so badly.
Going into the offseason, Clark, a priority for the Nuggets was adding depth.
Jokic himself bluntly made it clear that's what they needed. Denver was worn down by the end of that OKC series. You could see it. And depth was a strength for each of the conference finalists.
Pass to Hardaway. Gordon with a screen on Giddey. Hardaway. And that time also a missed shot.
Not his best work at all. This is the quarter he'd rather forget.
MP with it. Now guarded by Brown. Good! Another from 3.
Well, that did it. He's now even for the record.
And his next triple will earn him the top spot all time for threes in a season.
Yet he didn't come all this way just to tie the record. I can promise you that.
Connects again from distance.
And that shot moving him into history. The most triples ever in a single season.
Homie, stop playing. That was green on my mama, bro. Stop playing.
And now
That's all
stands
green.
alone at the top of the list.
Fuck, you told me.